Hi, so that's the end of the trip in Bordeaux, tasting 2024 from barrel. It was quite a trip. Some of you know I had to take off for a week in between, but my senior editor, Zekun, Shuai, was here and also tasted so many wines. But the overall impression is it's really, really inconsistent. There's some really pinnacle wines, almost unicorn wines, considering the rainy weather, particularly the rain during the end of September, and also the pressure from mildew and botrytis, not to mention the bad flowering because of the cold weather, particularly in Merlot. But there's some refined, beautiful wines that remind me of, let's say, the 80s and 90s, like 85 or 95. I was tasting from barrel then, but they're much more precise and modern, obviously, with the know-how of today and the technology in the vineyard and also in the wineries. But it was really an interesting experience. How about you, Zekun? What did you think?
I think definitely it's a vintage that not consistent, but the top wines really showed beautifully with a lot of refinement, a lot of freshness, a lot of crunchy fruit, and a very long finish. So we should not overlook those who did really well in this vintage, and of course those that didn't do that well. It will be an early drinking vintage. People would appreciate that fruit and freshness.
And obviously a definition of a great vintage or a truly outstanding vintage is when everything is good, from the smallest estate or chateau to the top names. And this is a vintage where it's clearly not like that. I mean, the wineries that have the resources, have the great terroir, and have the know-how and the dedication to do the selections in the vineyard and make the wines, those people did the best wines in 2024. So, hey, that's the heads up on the vintage, and stay tuned for our tasting reports. But good job. Okay.